We have already implemented the logic to get the total number of pages while fetching the node. So the implementation of pagination is quite straightforward. We just have to spread and map over the length of the total page to create pagination button and navigate user to that specific page when the user clicks on the button. Open page.js file. Let's create pagination component and import it here. Inside component, create a folder named pagination. Inside pagination, create a file name pagination.jsx. Create the CSS file. Import at the home page. Let's comment this out. Now let's pass the current page and the total page in our pagination component. We can get the current page from here, and we are returning the total page while fetching the node. Current page is page number. We can get the total page from data.totalPage. We are returning the nodes and the total page from our getNode function. Let's destructure the total page and current page. If total page is equal to 1, we'll return it. We will display one pagination button. Return. If total page is greater than 1, we'll create the pagination button and return it. Let's import left arrow icon from React icon. Size will be 50. Now let's map through the total page and create the pagination button. Spread array of length total page. Let's map through this. Index and return button. Array index starts from 0, so index plus 1. We won't be using this element, so let's add underscore before element. I'll rotate this left arrow by 180 degree and make it right arrow. So for now, copy and paste it here. Let's see it in our app. So we have 3 total pages. We are getting 1, 2, 3, and this is our left arrow. And I'll rotate this to 180 degree and make it right arrow. Let me copy and paste some code. I'll add some CSS to our pagination component. Here I have a left arrow icon inside link tag. Similarly for the right arrow button. And this is to create the pagination button. Let's import link. Let's see it in our app. This is the left arrow icon, this is the right arrow icon, and these are the button. Now when the user clicks on this left icon, we'll navigate the user to the previous page. We can do that by using current page -1. Also, we have to check whether the current page user is on right now is first page or not. If current page is equal to 1, then we'll return the empty string. Otherwise, we'll redirect user to the page number current page -1. Let me explain it to you. Suppose the current page is 2. 2 is equal to 1 is false. So when the user clicks on this left arrow, will be navigated to current page -1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Similarly, let's do for the right arrow icon. Copy this, paste it here. Here we have to check for the total page. If current page is equal to total page, then we'll return the empty string. Otherwise, we'll return page number is equal to current page +1. Let me explain it to you once again. Suppose total number of pages is 4 and currently we are at page number 2. Now 2 is equal to 1 is false. So when the user clicks on this left arrow icon, they are redirected to the page number current page -1. That will be 1. Similarly, if the current page is 2 and total page is 4, 2 is equal to 4 is false. So the user is navigated to current page +1. 2 plus 1 is 3, page number 3. Now if current page is 1, then user will stay in same page as we are returning empty string. Similarly, our total page is 4 and if the user is currently at page 4, then we are returning empty string. So the user again stays in the same page. Let's try it out. By default, this is page number 1. I'll click here. Now we are navigated to page number 2 and the notes are displayed which are of page 2. Let me click it again. Similarly, this is the page 3. Let me click this left icon. If I click here, this page number should be equal to 2. This is working as expected. Now, if we are at page number 1, then let's disable this left arrow icon. Similarly, if the current page is equal to total page, we'll disable this right arrow. Disabled will be true. If current page is equal to 1, then we'll return true. Otherwise false. Copy it, paste it here. If current page is equal to the total page. We'll disable this icon. Otherwise, we won't disable it. Save it. Let's check it in our app. Refresh the page. I'm at page number 2. Let me click here. I'm at page number 1. So this button should be disabled. There is some issue. This should be just disabled. Remove this. Remove this. In CSS, I have added this style when the icon is disabled. Let's try it out again. So the disable functionality is working as expected. Let's try it for this right icon. 2, 3. So this should be disabled. So it is working. Now let's implement this button functionality. Let's wrap this button inside the link tag. Inside href, page number is equal to index plus 1. Now when the user clicks on this button, they will be navigated to the page number, which is displayed by this button. Let's try it out. Refresh the page. I'll click on button 1. So I am navigated to page number 1. Click on 3. I'm navigated to page number 3. Now let's add style to indicate which page we are currently on. For that, I just have to conditionally add a class to the button. If the button index plus 1 matches the current page, we'll highlight that button. Otherwise, it will be the normal button. For that, let's add a class here. If current page is equal to index plus 1, return styles.circle. Otherwise, we'll return the empty string. Let me show you the CSS that I have written for circle. This is the class. Let's see it in our app. Refresh the page. Right now, we are at page number 3. So this 3 is being highlighted. I'll click on this 2, page 2, and page 2 is highlighted. We are at page number 1. So this icon is disabled. So it is working as expected, but the user can enter page number that exceeds the total page. In our example, our total page is 3. But what if user enters 4 manually here? At page number 4, we don't have any note, so this is blank. We don't want this, so we have to add a condition in our page.js. Here, if the user enters the page number that exceeds the total page, will redirect user to the not found page. For that, inside app directory, create a file name not found.js. This file name must be not as found.js, otherwise it won't work. This not found page is provided to us by Next.js. Here I have displayed error image, and with the help of this button, user can go back to the home page. When the user clicks on this button, I have redirected user to the home page, and it must be client component. So add use client directive at the top. Now open page.js. Here, if page number is greater than data.totalPage, we'll call the not found function. We can get this not found function from next navigation. When this function is triggered, this not found page is shown. Also, if the page number is greater than the total page, let's return null here from get nodes. This is the total page. If page number is greater than total page, return null. Now, if the page number is greater than total page, we'll get a null in our data. So we can just check it. Remove this. If no data, then we'll show this not found page. Let's try it out in our app. So page number is 4, total page is 3. So we are seeing this page. If I click here, I'll be navigated to the home page. Let's try it out again. Page 3, page number 30, it does not exist. Click enter. So we are getting the error page. Go home. Also, when the user joins for the first time, they don't have node in their database. So we have to check for that condition also. So if the total nodes is equal to 1, then we'll display you don't have any node message for the user. If total nodes is equal to 0, let's return empty. Now if let's write this below this. If data is equal to empty, then return. We can copy and paste this. We'll show the plus icon. There won't be any note, so remove this and add, and let's add a s1 tag. Remove pagination. You don't have any notes. We are doing this because if we don't do this, we'll get an error. Let me show you how. Now, if we comment this and see the flow of our get nodes, here the total node will be 0 and total page will also be 0. Page number is 1. And 1 is greater than 0, so we'll return null. And if null is returned from our get nodes, we'll trigger this not found. So the not found page will be displayed instead of you don't have any node. So we have to do this. Uncomment it. Now let's see it in our app. Now I'll create a new user and try it out. Log out. Create new user. John at gmail.com. Password will be John. Let's log in. Log in. So right now we can see you don't have any nodes. Move it here. Refresh the page. So let me show you what it would be if I don't return empty. Comment it. Refresh the page. So we don't have any nodes in the total page is 0, and in page number we are passing 1. 1 is greater than 0. We are returning null, and the data does not exist. So not null is true, and not found will get triggered. So we have to check for this. Now it is working as expected.